You didn't ever play it on DS?
No, I played on DS, but this is new Mario Kart. This is new improved Mario Kart.
Right.
I don't know what the tracks are, and
Right.
there are more than one type of cart you get, and I don't know what any of this is.
I played some with my friends at college too, so I'm decent.
I did not play any of that in college.
You didn't really hang out with people in college, like playing video games. I mean,
You had no friends in college.
Not
You
true.
were only an artist.
You had one friend. That I know of.
I introduced you to Hugh when you would come down.
Oh, right. Sorry. 2 friends. Guess what?
What?
We have merch.
We have merch.
Woo! I don't know. Can you see? Look it.
I got it.
I'm all tucked in. I tucked my shirt in today.
Yeah.
And there's stickers.
We have stickers.
This sticker, and we have this sticker, and one of these is going on my car at some point.
Oh, exciting!
But I brought them in before I did that, so I could show them off.
Yes.
We talked about the merch already, but it's real. I actually have it in my hands.
It's good merch.
And on me.
And again,
yes,
thank you to Alex Pachu.
Yes.
Of
thank you.
Pokey Makers for making this cute horsey.
It's me in horse form.
It's Jessica the horse.
Jessica the horse. Although I think we named them Carl.
Carl. Yes, that's true. It's Carl.
So it's Carl. But anyways,
Carl.
Yes.
You as a horse, your horse name is Carl.
Your horse name is Carl.
Very specific vibes.
Just to have a racehorse named Carl.
There we go.
All right.
You want to start the show?
Sure.
Let's start the show.
Okay. My name is Jessica, and I have a degree in equine studies.
And my name is Brittany, and I have a degree in film and television. And we're going to make a bad horse movie.
Welcome back to Colt Classics.
It's been a while since you've heard our voices.
Yes.
Listen to the sultry sound of my voice. I don't know why I'm going deeper.
I could not stay serious during that. I'm sorry.
Welcome back to Radio 1025. The horse.
The horse.
There's always like a call sign.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I did it bad.
Well, yes. But we are back.
We're back.
Thank you again to Lachlan and Jay of the Ghoul Tank, and Daniel from No Dice, and John from the 7 different shows he does.
Home viewing, and them's the facts.
I know what they are. I was being funny.
It's true.
Because I'm pretty sure at the end of their episode, he started going off about how his shows are the only ones on the network.
Listen, if anybody's got to have multiple shows, it's me.
It's your network.
It's not my network,
No.
but I do have a vested interest in it.
Yes.
So
anyway, thank you to all of our guest host takeover things.
Yes.
Life has been crazy.
Yes. But we're back.
We are back.
We're ready to make a bad horse movie.
I'm very excited.
Really quick though, I wanted to, we talked about this a little bit, but what is the presiding factors of what makes a bad horse movie? Because I've been thinking about this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've just been thinking about bad movies.
Mm-hmm.
I love bad movies.
Mm-hmm.
But not to the extent of The Room, where it's it's got a cult following and it's so bad that you're how did this even get made kind of deal.
Uh-huh.
There's another one that's got something to do with birds that's also the same thing.
Uh-huh.
I like movies that, and I know this isn't a phrase anymore, but straight to DVD.
Oh, yeah.
The $5 movie bin.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie, but it has, they put in the effort of an epic scale movie, but something happened that just made it not good. I watched Mortal Engines the other day. It's based off of a book, which I was looking at some of I don't know how to explain, on message boards. That really dates me. That's not what I was doing, but I was looking online, and a lot of people were like, "This movie sucked because it didn't fulfill the things that the book was saying." And so then I picked up the book because now I'm curious. But it was produced by Peter Jackson, but he didn't direct it, I don't think.
Okay.
And it is about like it's this kind of steampunky world where cities are on wheels and they're kind of like cities themselves are kind of like carnivorous. They eat other cities.
Okay.
But it's like it's assimilation. It's kind of a commentary on that, which is really interesting. But it's also just not it's not great. It's not good. It's like a weird. It's supposed to be an action flick, and but it's there's like some, and there's a ton of unexplained stuff in there, and the acting is like it's okay. It's very tropey, and I was like, this is awful. I'm having a great time. So like for me specifically, I like that kind of stuff. I like B movies. I like stuff that you're like, this is not like. Jupiter Ascending. Not good, but I love it.
Right.
And I think it has something to do with how I like to enjoy media, which is either I like it to be fully developed all the way, or it's got so many holes that I can be like, I can insert my imagination into here. Which is kind of, I think, why when I was younger, I really liked web series because they were so passionately made, but they're not made to Hollywood level quality. And there was enough room for me to be like, I can kind of see what the story could be in these elements. But when we talk about bad horse movies, I feel like we're kind of going maybe not in the realm of like bad action movies, but maybe more of like bad Hallmark movies where they're just kind of like done very quickly and not with a lot of like, I don't know, consulted input. I don't know, like what to you makes a bad horse movie in a way that's not like this is just unsafe. Like, I don't want to talk about, like, horse safety, but, like, specifically just bad.
I feel like I have a hard time contributing to this conversation because my standards for media are very low. Like, if I enjoyed it, then it was a good movie to me. And plenty of things that I've enjoyed and said were good. There are people who actually do like film stuff who are like, that was a terrible movie. I can't believe you liked that. So I don't know, but I think one of my like instincts is like bad horse movies typically are the kind that appeal to like 13-year-old girls because you at that point you have like no typically, well, at least when I was 13, I had like no standard for what a good movie was. I was just enjoying it. It tugged on my heartstrings. It made me, feel good or feel for the characters in the movie or
like
whatever.
American Girl movie.
Right. Well, okay, so on the episode that I'm assuming is either going to be right before this or like a couple before this when Daniel and John did it, Daniel mentioned Moondance Alexander apparently was on the list of like worst horse movies or whatever. And I was listening to the episode in my car. I literally said out loud, I said 13-year-old me is very hurt. Because I actually watched Moondance Alexander. I don't know if I was 13, but aroundish that age. Like, I have it on DVD somewhere. I don't remember why or how I got it. Like, I didn't pick it out specifically. I think somebody gave it to me. But I watched it, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those ones where it's the very stereotypical horse girl movie of, like, she bonds with the horse, and the horse, I think, lets her ride and wouldn't let anybody else ride or whatever like that. And so young me, who just loves horses, is like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But, if I watched it again now, I'd probably be like, wow, there's so many plot holes in this. And it's like, but it's just like, so I think it's the like feel good factor, maybe, and that the target audience is not adults.
Sure.
It is children.
I'm here for it.
So
I like it though. I want to like figure out because I feel like our problem has become we make good horror movies and we need to stop that.
I don't know if it's possible to avoid that.
We need to make bad horse movies. I'm determined this episode to make a terrible horse movie. Okay.
So I think it has to have some of that, like, there's definitely some plot holes, but you feel good, which I feel, is very Hallmarky, too.
Yeah, we can totally do it.
Which, I try not to rant about this too long, but I watched a very bad, it was technically a Netflix movie, but, okay, it wasn't very bad. It was good. However, I realized some of the elements of like why people call them bad movies. There was this one character who was like a jerk to the main character and then suddenly turned around for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I was like, I'm so confused. Why?
I'm missing something.
I missed this character development. Where did this happen? So I feel like I understand a little bit better now what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get some bad character development. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Before we make the movie.
Yeah.
I have another rant.
Please. Please.
This is a new segment that I'm starting.
Okay.
And I literally just forgot what I was going to call it.
Ba 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 ba. There's her.
It's actually a horse girl movie.
That's the segment title. That's called It's Actually a Horse Girl Movie.
Mm-hmm.
Ba ba da ba ba.
So on the internet, I've seen people talk about like how to Train Your Dragon is a horse girl movie, which accurate.
Yeah. I would put my eggs firmly in that basket. Yes, correct.
Are there? I feel like there's other ones that you've also.
I mean, I've said Fast and Furious is a horse girl movie. Okay, I don't think Fast and Furious is a horse girl movie. Herbie the Love Bug is a horse girl movie.
Yes.
Because we're bonding with a car the same way we bond with a horse.
Yes, perfect.
But anyways, I digress.
We can discourse that one later. We'll add that to the segment for sure.
Sure, that's for later.
The one that I have to bring to the table is one that I've been sitting on for a long time.
I'm so excited.
So I walked into the living room where my dad was watching TV the one day, and he was watching Kong Skull Island.
Which, if I recall correctly, is another King Kong movie, but
yes.
Tom Hiddleston is in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Accurate.
That's all I know of this movie. King Kong and Tom Hiddleston for some reason.
Yeah. So I walked in like the middle of this movie. So I don't have a lot of context of what happened. But I sat down and now I have to remember exactly what happened. They're like running away or running or something, and it's dark, and then they're standing on the edge of this cliff or whatever, looking out into the dark distance, and suddenly this King Kong thing kind of starts rising out of the mist or whatever. And however the scene was set up, I should have rewatched it so that I could remember what was going on. So I could frame this better. But anyways, the point is I was sitting there watching it, and I said out loud, she's going to stick her hand out and the King Kong and like touch the King Kong character like on the face, like in between the eyes or on top of the nose. Because the way that the setup was like every other horse girl movie that I've watched, where there's this wild stallion and they, it's the dark of the night or whatever. And so it's just this like mysterious time where you can connect with the animals. And if you stand still enough, it'll come close to you, but it'll be like snorting out of his nose like a dragon or whatever. And it'll very slowly like come up to you, and you can tentatively put your hand out and pet it right in between the eyes. And that's literally what happened. Like I predicted it with like I was joking. I was joking, and then it actually happened, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's a horse girl movie," because the girl was the one who touched the King Kong gorilla thing. And then did this whole thing of like, it's just misunderstood. We've been hunting it for all this time, but it just wanted help or whatever. I don't even know what all she said, but it was like that thing of like, they were hunting it because they thought it was ferocious and terrible, but actually it wasn't. And she bonded and petted him right in the face, right in between the... I'm sorry, I keep hitting the microphone.
It's very important. People that are actually watching the video get to see this. But if you're listening to this in an audio format, Jessica keeps touching her face.
Well, because it's a very specific... So the way that horses' faces are structured, they have their eyes on the side of their head. But there's like a flat spot, like right in the middle, kind of forehead-ish area. And whenever you see the horse girl movies where they pet the horse, that's always right in between the eyes, right there. And obviously gorilla faces are not like horse faces, but it was still the same spot, like right in between the eyes.
The flat area where the hand goes.
Right, exactly.
It's made for hand?
Made for hand. That is the name of that body part. Made for hand.
The flat area, made for hand. I don't like that.
So, anyways, I didn't watch any of the other bits of this movie, but based on that one scene, Kong Skull Island is actually a horse girl movie.
If you can predict the next moments based off of horse girl tropes, unfortunately, it's a horse girl movie.
It's a horse girl movie.
Which I feel like is why How to Train Your Dragon falls into it. I think there's definitely something to be said about, like, the trope of taming the beast isn't exactly the same as like a horse girl movie. It's like parallel.
They're very close.
They're very, very close. Usually I feel like with taming the beast, the payoff is that the beast saves the human. The horse, that's not always the case in like a horse taming movie.
Sometimes.
But
not always.
But not always. Whereas like I'm thinking of like King Kong, I'm sure saved the woman at some point, because that is from my understanding of what King Kong is about. And then like How to Train Your Dragon, he saves Hiccup and like all of that. So like that would to me be like the difference between taming the beast and like taming a horse girl, wild stallion movie. But they're just so close.
Yeah. I feel like to me the like, and I haven't watched a ton of Taming the Beast movies, I feel like, but I think maybe one of the differences would be the bonding that happens is what makes it to me feel like a horse girl movie, because the horse girl movie a lot of times is about the bond between the horse and the girl, or the horse and the human. And sometimes the horse does save them because of the bond.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just the fact that this horse likes this particular person better than anybody else because they've bonded.
So I agree with you. And please tweet your takes on if Kong Skull Island is a horse girl movie.
Yes, I want to hear your opinions.
At Colt Classics PPN.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna generate a title.
Yeah.
But first,
this is the first time we've generated during the episode in
a long time. Yeah.
I was gonna add in a random word to help.
Do you want to add in a random word?
Let me find my words.
Okay, we've got so many words.
Shout
out to the Pocket Podcast Network Discord server.
Thank you, Pocket Podcast. Blah, 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 blah. My mouth would work. Words are hard.
It's a good thing we don't have a podcast. It's a good thing that the thing we're doing is not all words.
Right? Start watching the video on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll just start miming everything.
This is going to be a much better visual experience. All right. Where do you want to put the word in?
Well, that's always the question.
Well, I shuffled, and right now our words are or, father, in. Father Gaga. That's a reference to something you don't know what that is.
Nope. Well, I feel like the problem is I feel like I need to pick the word before we, like the word that we're adding in before we pick that.
Well, then what are our word options?
Well, I'm not going to read all of them, but
we got so many.
So many. I was going to I'd like ones that are like a really kind of out there. Oh, we're getting more words.
As we speak.
Oh my God.
Quack. Done.
Oh, okay.
All right. Quack. Well, okay, there we go. Quack. We're gonna give it a shuffle. Quack. Gals.
This is already a bad horse movie
because
it's about ducks.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Wait, is it about horse-sized ducks?
Oh my gosh.
Is it about horse-sized ducks?
That is one of my favorite would you rather questions.
Is it about horse-sized ducks?
Oh my gosh, that'd be terrifying.
That'd be awful.
Are ducks aggressive?
Yeah.
Are they aggressive as aggressive as swans?
I don't know. I don't want to find out. I'm not gonna go to a pond and go, "Hey, duck, fight me!"
No, you just Google it.
All right. How aggressive are ducks? Well, the third result is how to deal with aggressive ducks.
Okay.
So, let's find out how to deal with aggressive ducks. Oh, this is a YouTube video. Never mind. All right.
Do you want to do horse-sized ducks?
No, I don't actually. I just think it was funny.
Okay.
Do you like quack gals?
It's hilarious, but I don't know where to go with
I don't
that.
know where to go with it either. I want to look at the list again.
I feel like that's always our cop-out for making a bad horse movie is to make it not about horses.
Yes, that's true.
Because we've done ostriches, we've done octopi.
Yeah.
What was that? I feel like there was another one we did that wasn't horses.
We continue to do just not horses,
just
all
not
the
horses.
time. What about? I'm trying to think of like what's a good one to go in a horse movie specifically.
Yeah. See, like I was looking at it and I was like,
Medallion's a good one.
Yeah. Well, and this was my debate was, do we pick a good one or do we pick a really weird one so that it'll make it something funky?
Well, I feel like why don't we try kind of horse adjacent,
Okay.
and then we can see like what it brings us.
Okay.
Because I want to, oops, I spelled it wrong somehow. Do I know how to spell medallion? I do not.
Medallion.
Wait, nope.
Medallion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you spell it.
Well, we're having a hard time in the generator right now, so we're trying.
How is it spelled on your phone? Is that how
No,
it's
I got
spelled?
it. I got it. Okay. Medallion
Country.
Well,
it's not country. It says county.
Medallion County.
I mean, that would make it smaller.
That makes more sense, too, because if there was a county named Medallion, I would, yeah.
Medallion Country would be like, this is a country where you can find lots of medallions.
Right, no, Medallion County is like, that county is named Medallion. I'm going over to Medallion. Do you guys need any eggs?
I can feel us both trying to like lapse into Texan accents. But neither of us, well, you might know how to do Southern, maybe not Texan.
Y'all, we're going over Medallion County. Y'all need anything? You got it? You need any eggs? Sandra's got eggs. She lives over in Medallion County. It's no big deal. We can go get some eggs. I don't know why eggs are the thing. Because we were talking about ducks.
Yeah. Duck eggs.
Duck eggs. Y'all need some duck eggs. We're going over Medallion County.
Fair. Medallion County Fair.
That's so good. Let me Google to make sure that's not a real thing. Because that sounds like a thing.
It does sound like a thing.
But
we added Medallion.
We did add Medallion. But if it's a real thing,
county fairs are a thing.
Yes. But if Medallion County is a thing, then I'm going to poop my pants.
Please don't.
It's not.
Okay, good. I mean, the likelihood of it being a thing was significantly high because there's a lot of counties in the United States that have very odd names.
Yeah. I'm not seeing anything that's Medallion County, which makes it feel a little less like we're trying to make up a fake thing for a real place.
Right.
Which always is like, oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
But I like Medallion County Fair.
At the Medallion County Fair.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to stop this recording.
Okay. A duck and a horse become best friends.
We're back on the ducks. Actually, I kind of like that.
I feel like it could be one of those movies where, like, you kind of know that there's people, but you never really see them, and they're, like, not a focal point of the movie at all.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, POV of this duck.
POV, you're a duck.
Well, I guess maybe not POV, but focus on the duck.
Yeah.
Hanging out around this county fair, or maybe like, and to me, this is one of the way that this is happening right now in my brain is it's one of those movies where it's bad movie because the animals' mouths move and they talk.
Yeah, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
We haven't had that, and we need to bring that back as a renaissance.
Okay.
I think it is time in the movie industry for us to have talking animals again.
Right.
I'm going to bring it back.
It's coming back.
Sorry to inform you.
Right here with Medallion County Fair. I don't know what the conflict is. But I feel like there is a horse and a duck that become best friends.
Well, it could be something along the lines of like, with fairs or circuses or anything that comes into town, not all of it is local. So,
okay.
like, it a lot of the times it is, especially with something smaller, but I'm thinking like it could be like a horse that comes in from the next county over to be shown, or to be, I don't know, one of the horses that the little kids ride on.
Oh, yeah.
But because they're from, whatever the human interaction is, it basically means that the horse is not local.
Right.
And so the duck is like, hey, cool, new friend. And then the horse is like, well, I'm leaving. Bye. But in a way of like, we can only be friends for the duration of this fair. We can only be friends for August because then I will leave. And the duck could like be like, no, wait, don't leave.
And then there's a montage of the duck traveling across county lines, and it makes it look like this epic journey, but it's really only like a 2-hour walk.
Right.
But it's a duck, so everything's bigger to the duck, so it takes longer than it would take a human.
See,
Although ducks can fly, can't they?
This duck can't fly.
Well, I mean, it might not be able to. If it's like a duck that some kid is like showing for 4-H or whatever, sometimes they clip their wings so they can't fly away.
See, I feel like you're thinking is too grand.
Okay.
Like, I think it needs to be smaller.
Okay.
In the way of like,
sorry, continue.
In the way of like, you're thinking fair and then the duck journey. I'm thinking just the whole movie is fair.
The fair. Okay. So, if the whole movie is just the fair, then something has to happen where the animals have to solve a mystery.
Okay.
like the horse and the duck bond together to figure out what's happening. Something gets stolen from the fair, or that's about all I got. It could be something else, but that's all I'm...
Okay, well, if we're talking like early 2000s talking animal movie, then the villain are rats.
Okay.
They're almost always rats or weasels or like some kind of like raccoons, something that can come in and steal things and like has little grubby paws.
Right.
Because then it could be... Yes.
No, finish.
Your light bulbs are so loud today. I want to know what's going on.
I don't want to interrupt you.
This is the collaboration process.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So we can just hit the title right on the nose, and the raccoons steal the medallions that are the prizes or the like, awards for the people wwho win the different showing events and whatever.
Yeah, for 4-H and the pie contest and all of that. Yeah. And I think we have to include some humans in this.
Right, they're there.
Yeah, I just think it would be one of those things where whoever runs the fair says within earshot of the horse of like, what are we going to do without our medallions? Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And whoever, the duck or the horse is like, well, we saw the raccoons, or the raccoons come in and taunt them. And it's like, ha, we've got your medallions. And so they are teaming up to maybe not solve the mystery, but get the medallions back without leaving their posts during the day.
Right.
And, getting whoever else, the chickens involved or something like that.
All the animals
animals involved to like heist it back.
Yes.
And then so they heist it back, and like the day of the prizes, the medallions are suddenly there and everybody's happy and feels good. And then we have the realization that the horses have to leave.
Oh, okay.
Like that's the bit.
Okay.
And then I think what the payoff for that needs to be is like we have a sad moment. The duck is like, I will never see my friend again. And then whoever is showing the duck sells the duck to the horse person.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, we can't end with them being separated.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It can't be a sad ending.
It has to be like just some like happenstance gets them to be like, or the other option is the duck sneaks into the horse's trailer somehow.
Right.
So,
which is always an option. Or the other one that I thought of was... I feel like I've been seeing this a lot in some of the media that I've been watching that's a little bit older, is you kind of end with the sad moment, and then there's the, like, 1 year later.
Oh, sure.
screen,
Sure.
or 2 years later, or however long you want to make it. And then, the fair's back in town, and they reunite. And
Yeah.
at first they don't recognize each other, and because the horse got a lot bigger, or the duck got bigger, or something like that. And they're like, oh, it's my friend.
Yeah. Either one of those is good. I feel like if we do that, though, the cycle still perpetuates.
Well, if they're like, if there's an understanding that they'll probably see each other every summer. Like, I've had summer friends that I only see once every summer because of camp and whatnot. So I feel like that's not unreasonable for animal friends.
Sure.
I have to say, I think that this should be one of those movies where the animals talk, but they don't talk to the humans.
No.
Like, they only talk to each other.
Yeah.
So they can understand the humans, but the humans cannot understand them.
Yes, correct. I agree.
Okay.
I'm with you. So do we need to name the main players in this story?
I wanted to come up with a pun for the duck's name, but my brain is not working fast enough.
Cheese and quackers. That's all I got today.
It's a little long.
Duck's name is Cheese. I don't know. Or we could be like Gouda. Pick a specific cheese.
Is there a famous actor whose name we can make a pun with? Because I feel like that's how people name their animals a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a famous person, but with animal.
Quacklemore. That's all I got. Toby Quack. It's a very specific reference for 3 people. 1, 2. There's one other person.
Toby McQuacker.
Toby McQuacker. Yeah, I mean, like, any of those could be good. Toby is a funny duck name. I just feel like it's funny as a duck.
Toby.
I feel like we could run with that.
Okay.
The horse's name. Are we doing human names? We just named a duck Toby.
Well, I mean, if they talk,
yeah,
I feel like that's kind of a...
Or like something that's very specific. I feel like in talking animal movies, it's like something very specific, like Spot. The dog talks like that. You're not like, or Princess for the I feel like if we're talking early 2000s, Princess would be a Chihuahua voiced by a male comedian.
Yes,
which is not a good trope anymore.
No, we're not adding that one in.
But like that kind of like simple name
right
for animals.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not getting racehorses' names up in here.
No, we don't. This is the merry-go-round horse.
Yeah, I feel like a pony ride horse would be
that's
a good
what I meant. Pony ride.
That's a good option.
Which we've done before.
We did?
Yes. Well, not we. It was the episode that I did with Lachlan and the Ron Swanson horse. I cannot remember the name of that episode.
Velvet Dad.
Yes, because I'm pretty sure he was
something goes to horse jail. Horse something goes to horse jail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a pony ride horse too.
Oh, okay.
But like escaped.
Right.
But anyways, this pony loves giving pony rides.
This pony's name is Pistachio.
I love that.
Toby and Pistachio.
It's so cute though. And Duck is like, "You're nuts, Pistachio."
That's adorable.
Like, I just feel like if we're gonna get the energy of that early 2000s, it's got to be bad puns and it's got to be bad jokes. And
so maybe we should name the duck something besides Toby.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
Maybe his name just could be Quackers.
You like quackers?
Like crackers, quackers.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Okay.
And every so often you see him eating a saltine.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so we've got the 2 main players. Do we want to name a raccoon?
That was literally what I was just thinking.
And we need like a squad name because I don't think that they have individual names. I feel like it's a squad that like.
I was thinking kind of like a
bandits
mafia boss. So like there is like a horde of them, but there's like one main
so
guy. main raccoon that is like the spokesperson who has all the plans and stuff, and then just has a bunch of henchmen.
Okay, so maybe he's named Toby?
I don't think
Tobias?
I was like, it needs to be more of like a sleazy evil villain mob boss name.
Trying to think of like Italian.
Al Capone is a real person.
It's a real person. Oh boy.
Al Raccoon.
Al Raccoon. All the Italian names have gone out of my head. Why is this
Charles?
Well,
not like we know somebody.
Alfredo. Haven't we named someone else?
I think we named Alfredo. Yeah. I think we need something else. We need something a little bit more. Alfredo seems too nice.
Rigatoni.
Rigatoni.
Tony.
I think
it's Tony.
It's Rigatoni.
You want your medallion back? You gotta pay me.
Yes.
I want the fresh apples and cotton candy. You break into the stall. You give Tony the cotton candy.
And a snow cone.
No, that's his little like front and back.
And a snow cone. Steve wants a snow cone. Great, please.
Hey, Steve, no. Hey, what do we say? Cotton candy only.
No snow cones. Okay.
Very Italian.
I feel like Steve doesn't have to stay the name Steve. That was just the first thing that came to my head.
I like it.
It's the one I think you could go with the trope of like the henchman that talks about himself in the third person.
Yeah.
Steve wants a snow cone. Great, please.
Great, please.
Steve, we talked about this. No snow cones. No snow cones.
It just melt and it gets all over everything.
And then your face would be purple.
Oh, this is so stupid. I love this so much. We can't have a purple raccoon.
Then you just look ridiculous.
You just look ridiculous. It's not even mob boss anymore. It's just straight Italian.
Which I'm here for.
I think it's very funny. I don't know.
Italian raccoons.
Italian raccoons. They looked at a pasta label once and thought, this is for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so horse, duck, raccoons. Do we need anybody else?
I mean, not like main. Like I feel like those are the three main characters, but I think that that Pistachio and Quackers have to enlist the help of the other animals, and I feel like you could have like one named like representative from different like groups of animals, like, you know, Quackers is friends with this one specific chicken, and so the other chickens might talk, but this chicken's the only one that gets named in the course of the movie.
Yeah.
And Pistachio knows like one of the baby cows because they're both small. I think Pistachio should be like a pony.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you can do quote unquote pony rides with not small, but I think if Pistachio was little, it would just be really cute.
Well, I'm thinking too, if we film this, I say this every time, but this is just how my mind works.
No, it's excellent.
So if I were producing this, I feel like there would be a lot of cinematography that is from the perspective of Quackers, or at least like lower. And so the smaller the Pistachio is, the less it's going to be like overwhelmingly large. Like you want Pistachio to feel bigger than Quackers for sure, but not to the point where you're like,
oh yeah, there's this giraffe that I'm looking at.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because you want like to scale things really nicely. So I feel like that would be a good scale for that. I think we should have, maybe not necessarily like, I don't know if these would be named. If I was writing the script, I don't even know if I would name these characters, but like boy who owns Quackers, and then like so boy, like I'm thinking like 10, and then like woman who runs pony rides is in 30s, 40s, and you know, again, doesn't necessarily need a name, but like is a central point to the things. And then I think that there is the leader of the fair. I don't know who that would be.
Right.
But like I'm picturing like an older gentleman who like has been doing it for many, many, many years. I almost want to say the mayor, but I know that that's not quite right because I feel like, first of all, I don't think counties have mayors. I think cities have mayors.
They might.
I don't know enough about politics to know how that breaks down.
Yeah, okay.
But like that idea of like a older established,
I feel like
society member.
There's a committee who plans and organizes the fair, so it'd be like the chair of the committee.
Yeah, I am with you. So,
yeah, and I feel like you could see like the judges at some point too.
Okay, I don't know what would they play into, because I feel like aside from just panic that the medallions are gone, I don't know if they would contribute anything. Okay,
exactly.
We just need them for panic.
We need them for panic, and then also for being like super surprised at the end that they have returned.
Yeah.
That the medallions have returned.
I feel like we need like some kind of way they return to be like a big reveal. And I don't know if this would be funny or not because it wouldn't work for everything, but if they were like baked into the pies or something. Like there's no explanation as to why they're baked into the pies, but like I don't know if that would work because we're talking about medallions for, 4-H showing and all that stuff. Unless it's just something like heist movie where like you turn your back for a minute and you turn back and there it is. Like we could do very simple of that, or it could be. I was picturing the medallions like on a big cork board almost, like hanging up.
Oh, okay.
Like when you go in the fair and like there's a main area and you see the medallions, or they're up on stands or something, and then they're just missing from the stands.
Right.
And then at the end of the movie, like they're back for however we reveal that.
What if to return the medallions in the middle of the fair without making the humans suspicious that the animals know what's going on, there's some sort of like chaos thing that happens. And I am kind of directly stealing this from the horse heist that Daniel and John did.
Horse heist. It's
which honestly, while they were making that episode, I was like, but what if the horses were the ones doing the heist,
so
not the horse being heisted? So I feel like we're kind of hitting that a little bit with this.
I think so too.
I mean, it's not all horses that are doing the heist. Like there's all the county animals.
Yeah.
But there is a horse involved. And so I feel like there should be some sort of like all the final award ceremony is supposed to be happening soon, and we still haven't found the medallions, and so all of the humans are all like panicking and whispering and all that kind of stuff, and then all of the animals run loose into the main arena or something. And so as the humans are trying to corral them back or whatever, Quacker's just quietly like puts the medallions back up where they're supposed to be.
I like it. I feel like we could do something a little more specific for the chaos, but
okay,
I'm not quite sure what it would need to be. I almost feel like you could just do a slapstick of like Pistachio just gets out and runs around, and you have like a rodeo moment, like a rodeo clown moment, where
and
it's like trying to chase him
and they fall and he dodges.
Yeah. Something like that, maybe, and then maybe one or two more get in the arena, and then we have like a weird, and so then everyone's like, "What is this?" And we're just enraptured and not necessarily like panicked.
Okay,
about them.
Just has to be distracting enough that the judges who are standing right next to the medallion stand, don't notice that Quackers is carefully replacing the medallions.
I wonder if it would be funny to have like a moment where it's like there's just like they're putting on a show and not necessarily like trying to cause
chaos,
maximum chaos.
Fair. I'm into it.
I mean, it's a movie. It's a bad horse movie, so we don't have to justify how distracting it is. We can say,
true.
We can say that there are 3 horses and they're doing a weird routine, and the judges are like, "Wow, what is this?"
Yeah.
It's our movie.
It's true.
We make the rules, so I feel like that would be fun. I mean, I like the idea of like a lot of things getting loose, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like both are good options as far as like tropes are concerned. Like either they're distracted just because there's a lot of things happening all at once. The chickens have gotten loose and the cows are, I don't know, running over to the pies and the horses have all gone out, or we've got Pistachio and two of Pistachio's friends doing a weird, and then like the woman who runs it is like, what are you doing, and is trying to grab them, and we end up with a slapstick routine. I think those are both good options. What do you think?
Maybe we'll leave it up to the producers. You get 2 ending options for this movie.
Okay, all right, I like it.
Options,
yeah. And the producers being people that listen to this episode.
Exactly.
They need to contribute. We need your input.
Please.
On how we do this movie.
Yes. So, we always need your input.
Yeah.
Please give it.
We should do a stream one day where we just generate a movie based purely on input.
That would be so fun.
It would be so fun.
Yes.
I think we should.
So,
we need the Barn Special numbers.
Yes.
Maybe we could do that for the Barn Special.
We could.
We interview a horse and we generate a movie.
I just want to do it sooner.
Listen, get us to 1,000 new followers on Twitter. We'll do a Barn Special.
Please. I think I have to look at the numbers again, but I think we've got like 4 or 5 new so far.
All right. So this is really slow, y'all.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Tell your friends to make extra Twitter accounts just to follow us.
Maybe tell your friends to listen to the show. How about we start there?
That too. And then also make 4 extra Twitter accounts.
Make 4 extra Twitter accounts. Do you run a Twitter account for a business? Have it follow us.
We do have business accounts who follow us.
I know. Some of them are my businesses.
Right.
Okay.
Do we want to come up real quick with how Quackers and Pistachio like meet in the first place? Like there's a little like, I don't know, I just feel like it could be fun and cute and interesting.
Well, Quackers has to have a tendency to get out.
Right. Absolutely.
Obviously. Yeah. So maybe that's just it. Is Quackers is like, hide me.
Oh,
my boy is coming.
My boy is coming.
Pistachio's like, okay.
I'm just doing my job, man.
Sure, why not? Yeah, there's a hay bale over there.
I don't want to move, so you can stand behind me. Stand behind the hay bale over there.
And then the boy runs past, and then Pistachio's like, so what was that about?
Right.
He's like,
I want to be free.
I want to be free.
Okay, so Medallion County Fair.
Mm-hmm.
There is pony ride horse named Pistachio and a duck named Quackers that become friends while Quackers is hiding from his owner. Some other generic fair sort of things happen. And then one night, all the medallions are stolen that are the prizes at the end for the grand award ceremony.
Yes.
One of the 2 animals overhears the humans despairing about the fact that the medallions are gone and realizes maybe that they saw some shifty characters around the fair the night before. And they come to realize that the terrible raccoon mob boss, Rigatoni,
yes,
and his henchmen stole all of the medallions. So they confront him somehow. We didn't decide how they, like, do they do all of the tasks that Rigatoni asks them to do, or do they just heist the medallions back by tricking the raccoons somehow?
Maybe a little of both.
Okay.
I feel like we could do like a little bit of like some of the tasks get accomplished, and then in the meantime, maybe Quackers is like befriending Steve. And so it's like to get info on like where the medallions got hidden, and they got hidden under a rain barrel or something like stupid. So it's kind of like a little bit of both. I feel like something to keep them off their backs while they figure out where the medallions went.
Right. And so Pistachio and Quackers enlist the help of other fair animals to help them do these tasks / steal the medallions back. And then we get to the end of the fair, and it's right before the grand ceremony, grand award ceremony, and they're still not back. And either all of the animals break loose and cause chaos so Quackers can put the medallions back to where they're supposed to be, or Pistachio and some of his friends put on a weird rodeo circus act to distract the audience.
Yeah.
You get to choose. Choose your adventure.
Yeah.
And we could just put both endings into the movie, alternate endings.
Because it's not even like the endings. It's like just it's a scene
Right.
that gets us to the ending. Because
Yeah.
both times Quackers is still putting them back.
True.
So.
And then success.
Mm-hmm.
All the animals have a party in the middle of the night because they successfully heisted the medallions back.
Sure.
And then the next day is everybody's leaving.
Everyone's packing up.
And so there's a sad moment between Crackers and Pistachio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to see you again. Did we want to do the 1 year later, or do we want to just have...
That's up to you.
Oh, why you make me decide?
Because I want you to make a decision.
I feel like I decided some other things.
Either one is fine. Well, because we have like 3 options, actually. I
Mhm.
feel like we could either do... Duck becomes possession of woman who owns
Mhm.
horses. Duck sneaks into horse trailer, or
Mhm.
1 year later.
I feel like a small 4-H boy selling his duck to a woman who does pony rides is kind of unrealistic.
Okay, so 1 year later then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could see him sneaking into the trailer and just hiding out.
Kind of makes me
But-
sad, though, thinking about a boy losing his duck.
Okay, so let's do 1 year later.
1 year later.
1 year later. And it's the Medallion County Fair
Yeah.
of the next year.
Maybe Quackers is like teenage duck sized in this movie, and then 1 year later is like, I'm a full adult.
Right. Yes.
I feel like that could be a fun little like.
And
That's
there-
why Pistachio doesn't recognize him.
There's like a moment of unrecognized, and then suddenly it's like, oh, it's my best friend.
it's my buddy.
And then the credits roll.
Okay, I love it.
Did we do it?
I think we did it. I think we made a cult classic.
Yeah.
I feel like this is in the realm of bad horse movies.
I was gonna say, did we fulfill your expectations of making
it's
it
good.
actually bad?
It's good, but
It's
like
good.
I think talking animals are always going to be in that category of just bad movie of like no one's going to the theater thinking I am about to see an Oscar-winning masterpiece
of animals talking.
of animals talking. So
Yeah.
I feel like we've met the brief there.
Sweet.
That's a cult classic, Medallion County Fair.
There we go. I needed my cue.
You're next.
Okay. We're part of the Pocket Podcast Network, which has other amazing, great shows. We say them all the time, but I'm going to say them again. Pokemakers,
Them's the facts.
Them's the Facts, and other shows that are currently on hiatus, but there's great backlog of things that you can listen to that are amazing.
Mm-hmm. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook at Colt Classics PPN.
Please tweet us.
Please tweet us your thoughts and your horses. And
Just anything.
what you had for breakfast.
I want to hear it all.
I want to hear it all.
Thanks to Jason Shaw of Audionautics for the use of our intro and outro music.
And that's a wrap.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Disclaimer. The conceptual treatment of a motion picture created during the duration of this audio program is not intended to represent a presently published fictional narrative. The story, all names, characters, and incidents portrayed in this production are fictitious. No identification with actual persons, living or deceased, places, buildings, and products is intended or should be inferred. Original concepts devised during the extent of the audio program are creative property of Colt Classics. Any usage of current or previous Colt Classic concepts outside of the aforementioned audio program must include appropriate acknowledgments by the utilizing party.
Pocket Podcast Network. Quality programming right to your pocket.